Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I thought we could do a full face of Dior makeup. I have some Houndstooth makeup, I have some new skincare here as well, and I thought we could just go ahead and create a beautiful look. But before we go any further, let's take a second to grab our iced coffee or a hot coffee. Let's take a sip and let's get started. As you know, I have my online beauty consulting service, which is where you get the chance to talk to me one-on-one through a Zoom chat. So if you have an extensive makeup collection and you are just looking for a fresh set of eyes, or maybe you're looking to get into makeup and you just need some advice, the benefit of my service is that there's no sales pressure that you find in a department store. So to make an appointment, click the link in the description box down below. Okay, so first up here, I have the new Dior Reviver eye patches here. These are these beautiful little eye patches that come in a little kit like this. So here you have the box, and then inside here, you get 2 pouches of eye patches, and then you get your eye serum up here. So this is part of the Capture Total skincare line. That is a range that already exists for the brand. So this here claims that there is instant hydration, smoothing, brightening, and awakening fresh effect. That all sounds fabulous. I love an eye patch. I love that instant hydration and, you know, a cup of coffee for your eyes. So I want to try these here. So when you buy this, you get 2 pairs. So I'll go ahead and use one today. So you apply this first around the contour of the eye, and then you apply the Reviver eye patches, and you leave on for 20 minutes for a fresh, hydrating effect. Sounds fabulous. This is the little serum here. It just looks like a standard eye serum size. I think I've definitely seen these before from Dior in this range here. The serum feels very liquidy. It feels like a gel, but also is very runny at the same time. So I'm not sure exactly how much is in the little sample here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and apply like a generous amount here. These are the patches. I love these. I love how extra this looks. So I have high hopes. What's nice is that there's this little slit here. So you're able to shape this to the contour of your eye. Okay, I love that there is the logo on these patches. We clearly like logos and packaging and anything extra here on this channel, so points for that. Okay, I'm just gonna let these sit. They feel cool right away. Like this part here feels like felt, but then the part that went on my eye feels almost like jelly. So it actually feels quite cooling just right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyes, and it says to leave on for like 10 minutes. So I don't know, I'll leave it on for a while. I don't really believe you can leave these on for too long. Now, the lipstick that I got here is part of the limited edition Houndstooth collection. So this came out in like January, and I really wanted to get items from this collection, but it was only available through Harrods and I want to say maybe Selfridges, and everything sold out. And then I went to Barbados, and then I was like, whatever, if it wasn't meant to be, it wasn't meant to be. But now it's available on the Dior website and also Sephora. And I picked this up on the Sephora website. So this here is the Dior Rouge lipstick. This is the shade number 975 Opera in the Velvet formula. It has a beautiful case, beautiful packaging. I love the Houndstooth logo. These patches are not Houndstooth, but they are black and white, so it kind of fits the vibe here. I just think it's so beautiful, so extra, and I love the velvet formula across the board. A lot of different brands are doing velvet formula for lipstick now, and it feels amazing, it looks amazing, it's very long wearing, and I love the velvet formula from Dior. I have tried other lipsticks in this formula. It's the most comfortable and long wearing soft matte because it is a bullet lipstick. So it's matte, but it's velvet. It's not like a liquid lipstick that's super drying. So we're going to create our eyeshadow look based off of this beautiful color here. Let me just go ahead and give you a swatch. So it's a beautiful, rich color. It's like a plummy shade. So we're going to do a more neutral, clean, fresh eye look, and then just have a very bold lip color. Now for the eyeshadow here, I'm going into an old favorite. I'm going into Soft Cashmere, but I'm going to keep it very light and fresh because I just think that this really bold, dark lip would be really well balanced with like a really fresh, light eye look. So I'm gonna go into this lighter color up here, and I'm gonna press this on the lid. I'm using the Refer brush number 2 here. So I'm just going to place this on the mobile lid. What's convenient about these eye patches is if ever you have any fallout, it also just sort of collects any fallout. So you get a eye refresher and you get to collect any makeup 2-in-1. Fabulous. I'm going to take this dark matte color here very, very lightly with a tapered brush. This is the Refer 13. I'm just going to knock off the excess here, and I'm just going to place it in the crease. And I'm also going into the center shade to blend it out because I really don't want this eyeshadow look to be dark. I just want to add some definition to the crease here. I really love this palette. It's really like a favorite of mine, one of my top palettes. And I think Dior will be coming out with some new eyeshadow palettes in the springtime, which I'm excited about. But this one here remains one of my top favorites forever. Okay, so I think that's what we're going to leave the eye as because I want it to be light and fresh. I'll do liner afterwards, but I want to remove these little patches here. It's been like 10 minutes, so let's go ahead and do a dramatic reveal. It definitely feels really nice. Like when you apply them, it feels fresh. It feels cooling at the same time. And I feel like I do see a brightening effect. It does look more hydrated. Let me just read the claims again here. So it's supposed to be instant hydration, smoothing, brightening, and awakening fresh effect. Instant hydration, yes. Smoothing, I mean, I feel like my under eye was pretty smooth to begin with. Brightening and awakening, yeah. I think the hydration, brightening, and awakening, definitely 100%. I mean, you can vote in the comments. Let me know if you think that there is an effect, a change. Personally, I think that there is. I do feel like, I don't know, I see a brightened, hydrated look here. So yeah, these are great. I think these are a limited edition for some reason. They really should make these permanent because they do feel fabulous. And I mean, if anything, this is just a really great statement on the eye serum, which I could not find for a second, but this is the Capsule Total Super Potent Eye Serum. Okay, I believe this is part of the regular skincare line. Let me just go ahead and find this here. So they have a Capsule Total Age Delay Advanced Eye Treatment that looks like a serum, and then they also have an eye cream separate. So, okay, I'm kind of being tempted here to buy these because I like the effect that I have going on my skin right now. Okay, now let me go ahead and do the rest of the face. There really isn't any fallout. I think that, well, first of all, the colors that I chose don't have much fallout. And then, like I said, the eye patches catch anything. So that's great. I'm going into my Dior Backstage foundation here. This is the Face and Body foundation. I have the shade 3WP. It is not a perfect shade match for me, but it does work. So I'm going to go ahead and use a little bit of this. I don't really use that much of it because I find that a little bit does go a long way with this foundation here. So I saw online that there is going to be a new Dior Backstage Face and Body Concealer, or like part of the Backstage collection this summer. They're adding a concealer, which I'm really happy to see. The Face and Body, or like the Backstage collection, has been out for several years now, and they haven't added a concealer yet. So that's really exciting. I can't wait to see that. I know it's only February, but I think very, very shortly we are going to start seeing the summer release sneak peeks. I, for one, can't wait. I like seeing what's coming out next, what's going to be coming out in the future, just for myself so I can budget, but also not buy like the exact same thing. Like if 3 brands that I like are coming out with eyeshadow palettes, I don't always want to buy like the exact same color story. Like sometimes I do just to compare, but sometimes it's nice to have like a bit of a difference in the shades that I have, you know? I'm sure you understand. Okay, that buffed into the skin really quickly. Now I'm going in with the Forever Skin Corrector. This is the shade 2WP. This is a corrector concealer 2-in-1. It really just looks like a mini foundation bottle here. So this you can wear as a concealer or corrector. I like to use it as a concealer here. And this, you really just need like a little bit. You don't need very much. So I just go like that. And I always like to let my concealer sit on the skin for a few, I don't know, like 30 seconds. It just corrects so much more if you do that. If you just leave it, let it dry. That made a gross sound. I'm sorry, that was not pleasant. If you just let it like sit on the skin for a few seconds, it just sort of sets a little bit. So when you blend it, it covers more. And so why not get more coverage from your concealer if you can? A lot of you have asked me about the Kedupo Concealer. Like there's a new one, a new formulation. I am just waiting for that to come to Canada. It isn't available yet for me, but as soon as it is, I will go ahead and test it out. I'm hoping that the shades are the exact same. Maybe they just added more colors, but from what I understand, it's just like a reformulation of my beloved favorite concealer. So hopefully not much has changed. And if it has, I hope it's for the good. But as soon as that's available, I'll do a review. The Backstage concealer that's going to be coming out, from what I understand, it'll be coming out in April in Asia first. So I'm guessing Canada, maybe May or June. I'm trying to think of when Backstage usually comes out. Usually it's like a summer release, isn't it? Like June or something around there. So keep an eye out for that. I'm excited to see that. I like the whole Backstage collection. I think that the products are really nice. It's interesting for Dior because it's at a different price point than like their regular products. And so you think maybe it's not as nice. It's the same quality. The packaging is like maybe a little bit less luxury, but the products themselves are great. So I'm just gonna go ahead and blend this out. So yeah, there's more coverage, so why not? Now I'm going into a bit of powder. This is the Backstage powder, no powder. This is the shade 3N. I love this. If you have like dry, dehydrated, mature skin, you're going to love it. If you have oily skin, it may not be for you. It's this like gel formula. It's the least drying powder. I mean, I have a lot of good powders, but this feels like moisturizing at the same time. It's really great, and it does offer a nice level of coverage. So I'm just gonna go ahead and add a little bit of this. I'm usually not like that much of a powder girl because I have dry skin and dehydrated, and I live in Montreal in winter, so I don't really need powder. But in the summer, I had days where I did like a really light no makeup look, and instead of using like a tinted moisturizer, I just used concealer with this powder here, and it was great. So this is what it looks like. I mean, I've had it for like almost a year now, and I could be hitting pan very shortly. That's how much I love this powder here. It's just great. So that's what I mean with like the Backstage collection. It's great products, but you don't get the same exact packaging. I think they're trying to reach a younger audience with like the price point, and the packaging is like a little bit less nice, but it's still really good. Now I'm going to go ahead and finish up my eye look. So I'm going to use a pencil brush. No, this is not a pencil brush. What do you call this? This is the Refer 29. So I guess it's those types of brushes you can use to draw on pencil eyeshadow. That's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to use this dark color up here, or down here, this matte color. and just going into the lashes here, and then taking the same brush, I just went under the bottom lashes here just to add a bit of liner there as well. Now I feel like being extra. How shocking is that? I have a Diorshow 24-hour eyeliner here. This is waterproof in the shade 986 Sparkling Topaz. Let me give you a little swatch here. This is this shade here. I'm trying to give you a little bit of the light reflecting property. I think this is going to go nicely with the color story that I have. And I'm going to place this in the waterline here and a little bit on the inner corner. It adds just a little something something. There is a little bit of a satin finish, but it's not like a chunky glitter. It just, I don't know, it's just like a little mystery. It's a little bit taupey, a little bit shiny. I like this. It just adds a little bit of dimension. And then the mascara is the Diorshow Pump and Volume HD. I love this mascara. It gives you like a fake lash effect. And then if you want more product, you can just like pump it down here. Before I forget, I do in fact need a little bit of blush. I'm going into the Backstage Rosy Glow. This is the pink blush here. I would love to see them add more blush colors to this range here. There's a pink one, and then there's also a coral one. Both are beautiful, and sometimes I mix them together just to, you know, have my own bespoke blush look, but it would be nice to see more shades added to this range here. Okay, and now for, I want to say the last touch, but it isn't. It's the lipstick. We have a fragrance to add at the end. But let's just take another moment to take in this beautiful Houndstooth lipstick packaging. I'm so glad that I got my hands on it. I was concerned that it would evade me here in Canada, but it's beautiful, it's gorgeous. It looks like velvet. It looks like velvet and leather sewn in together. So let's go ahead and apply Opera. I wish I had changed my nail polish to like a dark vampy red, like the Chanel Rouge Noir or the Chanel Vamp color. I think that would match this lipstick a little bit better. Oops, my bad. But this lipstick, gorgeous. It's a really pretty color. You could definitely use it as a stain if you want something lighter, but the color itself is gorgeous. This is the limited edition packaging, but if you want just the actual shade, it does exist in the permanent collection, so you don't have to get this package here if you don't want to, but if you want the packaging, I totally get you because it's just like really pretty. But I think pairing this like taupey silver slight cool shade here with this plum color is a really great combination. So if you already own soft cashmere, you just have to get this lip shade here to get this whole look. Now let's go ahead and add a bit of fragrance. I have here the Dior Joy Eau de Parfum. This came out, I want to say like 5 years ago maybe. It's been a few years. I think they've done a few versions of it, like Eau de Toilette. I think they've done Intense. They've done other versions, but this is the classic here. It's a little bit warm, but it's also very floral, a little bit of woody notes. It reminds me a little bit of Chanel Chance, like the classic Chance, or the Chanel Allure. If you like either one of those, you would like it. A little bit of like citrusy notes, like bergamot, maybe some orange, rose. It's just a really beautiful fragrance. I don't understand. I think when this came out, a lot of people didn't like it for some reason, but I think it's a really nice perfume. It's lovely. It's fresh. It's classic. It's not like the most complex fragrance on the market, but it's a nice perfume. It's really lovely. There is a bit of sweetness. I think it's peach. Like think of like a warm peach sitting out in the summer sun. A little hint of that mixed in with like the rose and a little hint of woody notes. It's a nice fragrance, so I enjoy it. And this is the finished look here using the Houndstooth lipstick and the eye patches. overall, I'm very pleased with the look here. It's nice combining new and old. And even though the concealer here that I put on is like new to me, it's been out for like a year. So it's, I guess, in the world of cosmetics, old news, but to me it was new, and I like being able to just like add a couple new pieces and mix it with my permanent collection and just like create a really beautiful look. I think this is really lovely, really nice. I think you could definitely wear this like every day or in the evenings if you wanted to. I don't know. I think overall it's a beautiful look, and I'm certain that I gave you some inspiration to use up what you have at home. Now, if you're new to my channel, I strongly encourage you to subscribe, like, leave a comment. I talk about nothing but luxury makeup. This is my passion in life. So if you like new makeup releases, if you like getting new inspiration and ideas on using up what you have at home, make sure that you subscribe to my channel. So I think this is all I have for you guys for today. Thank you all so much for stopping by. Hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.